Hello family, Tony once again. It's Friday evening. It's August the 14th, and I have some more encouragement for you today. This morning when I was at work, about 7 a.m., my son texted me on my phone with a message. He said that he had gotten up this morning and looked at the clock, and the time struck him funny. It was 6:26 a.m. He said that he had to go look it up on the Strong's Concordance because he was led to do it. And the word that was under the 626 in the Hebrew Concordance is azipha. And the meaning of it is a collecting, a gathering. And you can't make this stuff up. This is all God. Me and him have been talking about the rapture lately, and it is totally outside of his character to look up stuff like this. He's never done this before. He's never even questioned anything like this. This was so odd. And so when he texted me this, it was very encouraging to me. Because in 2 Thessalonians, in chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering unto him." This is the rapture. This is when we gather together with Christ and we meet him in the air. It's called the gathering. Wow, this is so cool. And I was thinking about that today and considering, and it popped into my head again about Luke chapter 21. And this chapter is the same basically as Matthew 24, starting at verse 7. It says, "And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?" And the first thing Jesus said is, "Take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by." And of course he goes on to say again, "Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." This is the same as Matthew 24. "And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, famines and pestilence, fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these things they shall lay their hands on you, and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony." Now, all these things have happened before. The persecution has been going on ever since Jesus died on the cross. The church has been persecuted all along, in other countries mainly, but it's still happening to this day. It says, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay or resist. And you shall be betrayed by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall be caused to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not be one hair of your head perish. In your patience possesses ye your souls." And so he goes through all these things again. And again, all these things have happened and been happening all along. Earthquakes, pestilence, famines, fearful sights, signs in the heavens. All of them have been happening all along. But in the past few years, and especially since September 23rd, with the Revelation 12 sign, things have really been ramping up and getting closer together and more intense, just like the labor pains. This is what I believe we're in the labor pains shortly before the tribulation, right before the catching away of the church. But the thing is, this year we have had all these things happen all at the same time in abundance. The pestilence. I mean, you had the plague, of course, and you had the locust. You had the murder hornets. You have all these other things that are just happening. You know, birds falling out of the sky. They've had fish coming up on the shore dead. All these things have been happening much more than lately, but they've been going on now for quite a few years. But look at the earthquakes. I mean, here I'm in South Carolina. We just had an earthquake last week, which was actually started in North Carolina, but it was like a 5.2. I mean, that's like the biggest earthquake in 100 years. So I mean, things have really started to intensify, and now you have all these other, I mean, so many things have happened this year, guys. I mean, it's just like, with politics, with wars, commotions. I mean, we've had all of that, but we've had so much of it. Well, here's what I'm getting at, okay? I'm going to just go straight to the point. It says at the end here, in verse 27, it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Now Jesus, when he's speaking to his disciples, he always refers to them as thee, thou, and you. But when he's speaking to the wicked or to the Jews who, didn't accept him, he calls them or they. And it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. But in verse 28, the very next verse, he says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. It doesn't say when you have seen all these things take place, or when you have seen them already happen, to look up. It says when these things begin to happen, or begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Well, we have seen all these things begin to happen. We've seen the earthquakes, we've seen the deceptions, and I don't know how many people, but there's a bunch of people running around claiming to be Jesus Christ right now. I mean, as we're speaking, there's people all over the world claiming to be Jesus. There's one called Lord Rael. He's been out a while, but there's another one, I can't remember his name, is Montre, or there's some of the weird name who claims to be Jesus Christ, and there's more. There's even a homeless man in some state walking around claiming to be Jesus Christ, and has gained notability, or popularity rather. So I mean, we're seeing these things beginning to happen, but not just beginning to happen, but beginning to happen in intensity, and in volume. So we're in that day, guys. We're in the days where it says, and look up when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. We are so close. We are at the very threshold of the return of Jesus, guys. It's time to get excited. And it's time to start spreading the word as quickly as you can. And if you haven't done it in the past, it will be a great time to start, because the catching away, the rapture, is such a great event. And I'm so excited, and my family is so excited. But it's such a bittersweet moment, because, we love the Lord, and the Lord has promised an escape for us. But those people that are left behind, I'm not sorrowful for the wicked necessarily, but I'm sorry for I'm not sorry for for their deeds, but I'm sorry that some of these people could have been led to Christ and could have made it, and they could have went to heaven. So share this message, share it with everybody that you can. Talk about the gospel, talk about Jesus. Put it online. I know there's a lot of videos about it now, but the more and more get out there, the more and more people are going to see it. So do your best to spread the word. And look up, guys. We're about to be out of here, and I'm excited. Get excited. It's time to get excited, because we are so very close. And I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow night. And I'm going to pray tonight. I'm hoping for a dream or vision, but pray for me so that God will give me something that I can share with you tomorrow. But I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye.